So you're over your injury and all that?
Yeah, I'm healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah,
Okay.
fully healthy, feel good, and ready to go.
What are you looking forward to the most in the summer league?
Honestly, just getting an opportunity to play, be out there with my teammates and, learn, be in a position where, I'm in different situations, play different positions and just grow my game. This is still, a great opportunity for me and to improve, and that's why I'm looking forward to that.
How frustrating was this past season? You had all the injuries and all that to prevent you from getting more playing time.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way, but all I look at is a learning experience. This is my first year, a lot of growth. Things go one way or another, but as long I feel like everything happens for a reason, and it happened. And now going to my second year, I feel very confident about my game, who I am, and ready to make that jump.
Jared said one of the main priorities was to transform you into a rotational player. Mm-hmm. What do you think separates you from getting to that point?
Honestly, I just feel like, from all the things I've learned this year, I think it's just learning how to play with my teams, Luka, Kai, learning how to compliment them, and then just being out there and now from learning from all the playoffs and learn how to guard with my team and just, making open shots and, attacking the rim and doing all the things that I know I can do. I believe I'm right there, and I believe I will step into that rotation.
After one season, do you feel the game slowing down for you?
Absolutely. It's slowing down for me, playing with more poise. That's what it is at the end of the day. Because, you can look at it and it's like, okay, you look at it and it's so fast, but, you take a step back and you play at your pace, that's when you'll be the most successful because you see things before they happen and you're not trying to rush to everything. And like you said, I feel like that's going to be a big difference maker for me going into year 2 compared to year 1.
Talk about the bracelet that you have. Talk about betting on yourself. Is that what you're doing right now? Is that your mantra? What does that mean to you?
It means everything to me. If you know my story, it's not the conventional path to the NBA, but, I always bet on myself first. And if you believe in yourself and your abilities, then nothing can stop you. It doesn't matter who's in front of you, who says what the outside world says. You put your head down, you put in the work, you trust your work, and then you come out there and you do what you do. And that's been my mantra, what I live by, to the pre-draft, to getting drafted, to over the course of this year, the ups and downs. And then now I just gonna keep believing in that and bet on myself. So.
When did you get that?
When you were down, who did you go to keep your spirits up?
Well, my family. My family, my mom, my dad, my sister. People who are close to me who know me and who's been with me through all my ups and downs. And they help me. They give me advice. They just stay with me through it all. And you gotta have a close circle of people you really trust and you love. So yeah.
When did you get those? How long have you been wearing them?
I've been wearing them, I say, for half the year. That's my uncle actually got them for me, got them made, and then I really like it. On the other side, that Haitian flag, Haitian, and this right here, croisé, meaning like just go and dominate everything you do, and that's a word in Haitian Creole. So. As you can see, but yeah, those are all things that are really important to me. My culture, where I'm from, and then just, that mantra. So, yeah.
What are you saying so far from Melvin?
Melvin, I think he's a really talented player. I think he's really good. He's gonna be really good. Smooth, lefty, can really play, sees the game, makes the right read. You could see he has pro experience and he's played, at a very high level. And, I'm excited to see what he does in Summer League and moving forward.
One of the things Coach said he wants to challenge you to do is to guard the best perimeter player on the other team. Mm-hmm. How do you take that challenge and how do you approach that?
That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want the toughest challenge. I want to be put in the toughest situations. And, moving forward with the Mavs, that's the challenge that I want too. I want to guard the best player on the other end. I want to guard the best players in the world. And that's where I feel like I will make a living. All of us, obviously you want to do also stuff on the offensive end, but that's where I start. That's my base. I love guarding. I love sitting down and being in the stance and guarding and keeping somebody in front of me. So that's what I want to do, and I'm excited to do that in summer.
I know you're already getting ready for the second year, but you just had a birthday. Did you have some time to reflect on how far you come?
Yeah, of course. You got to take time to reflect, see your growth. It's not everybody that gets to live something like this. So, count my blessings. I'm blessed, to be in this position, and I don't take it for granted. That's why the work I put in and the dedication that I have, it's not because, I could be here and say, I'm in the NBA, but nah, there's a lot of dedication and hard work, and it's always pushing for more and staying true to who you are regardless of where you're at. So yeah.
Any particular goals you set for yourself going into the summer league that you want to achieve?
Honestly, I feel like just being my best self out there, like guarding the best player, stopping the best man on the other end, and just being confident on the offensive end. You know, taking the shot that I feel is best for me and what's in front of me, and not, you know, overthinking things. You know, go out there and just play. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna do all that stuff, but if I just go out there and play and make every move with confidence, then I'm gonna be straight. And I feel like I'm gonna gain my rhythm going to training camp later on this summer.
Ever since the draft last year, you and Lively had kind of been like joined at the hip. You gonna miss him out there?
Of course. I mean, that's my guy. You know, playing with Lively is always great. I mean, but he done a lot for us this year, and he needs his rest time. And then I can't wait to play again with him come next season.
How do you react to the sign and trade that led y'all getting Klay Thompson?
Sure, great. I mean, it's Klay Thompson, you know, one of the best shooters ever. And having him, his veteran presence on the team, I think it's a great addition. So I'm excited for him to get here, and I'm excited to play with him. So it's going to be real fun.
Max, you've been in Texas a little over a year now. What has that experience been like? Similar, different, and how do you kind of feel about it?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, Dallas has embraced me with open arms. You know, the people, the fans, and you know, I feel like home. It feels like home. I love the city. You know, it gets a little hot during the summer, but it's all good stuff. I really enjoyed it.
Enjoyed the food?
Oh, absolutely. Great food. A bunch of good food spots. So.
Speaking of heat, where do you get to Vegas?
Oh, I know. I know it.
What you guys do today? First practices, summer league. What kind of, I guess, principles are you trying to instill?
Yeah, you know, anytime I'm at the J Kid, we always do about 80% of what we usually do are breakdowns of our defense. If it's, you know, we call it channel one, no roll behind. We keep it real basic for the first day, working on our shell principles of nail, trapping the box, offensively keeping space. We call it open little dribble handoff. But overall, it's the details of how we run our defense, and offensively just spacing right now. So we went for about 2 hours, a little scrimmaging at the end, but right now it's to teach for the next 2 days, and then we can get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a little bit more up and down. But it's a lot of key standouts, a lot of bit more controlled than I did last year, in the sense of like, let's learn a little bit more, let's play a little bit more freely. And I thought it was a good first day. Every coach says that, no matter what, no injuries, so it's not doing that. But there was a lot of surprises that maybe last year necessarily we didn't have in the beginning.
For Omax, what are you challenging him to do in the summer?
That's a great question. I think for Omax, it's you have such a bigger role, but you want to keep it simple. Well, our job here, and my job here so far, is to show him improvement from year 1 to year 2 to hopefully make him a rotational player. And so by doing that, I'm not going to say, hey, Omax, you can do whatever you want, but hey, listen, you're going to be guarding the best wings, so your defense defend without fouling, because that's what this team needs you to have. We just started Marshall, different guys. Anytime you can have 6-8 guys that can defend multiple, that's you. Offensively, let's make it simple. If you're open, catch and shoot, because 3-pointers with Luka and Kyrie. And if not, redrives. And the big thing about Summer League and not with Omax is when you redrive is your decision making. You have a lob threat, which we have Sharp here. We got someone 7'4" who can athletic as could be. And can you make the corner and wing pass when you drive when they pack the paint? And that's something that Omax has to be able to do at a consistent basis, which he hasn't shown yet.
Obviously, it's the first day. Anybody who stood out, who caught your eye today?
The rookie of Jenga. It's so funny with the Jenga. I watched a little bit of clips of him before. Smooth, 6'8". It's funny because my age is showing a little bit. I play with his brother. His brother, when I think it was my second year, he was a rookie, but he's bigger and taller than you think he is. 6'8". He's taller than me. Can handle and decision make better. So I could see him doing a little point forward. The Jenga here, this one, he made the decisions out of the pick and roll. Miller has an NBA body already. I mean, he looked grown, like he could be a UFC fighter. It was, you know, so his physicality is going to be crucial. And I can see him, and then Sharp, obviously, Sharp probably had 10 blocks today. He's protecting the paint, so expect him at that center position, holding us down here as much as we can.
Where do you see Jingo's upside? Where is that?
What do you think? Upside? I mean, I can't say it's too early. It's a 6'8" lefty that can decision make. I'm not gonna say unique, but it's a high skill set to have in the NBA. The question is how long do you learn? I mean, how fast do you learn? How tough you are, and then your work ethic. That's something that we don't know, and that's what we find out here. He's smooth. He's cool. We had a drill guards versus the bigs, and he was finishing over everyone. So for him to have that, we'll see now if it translates down in the games.
Coach, what do you tell the guys about playing your best ball, showcasing your skills, but still relaxing and having fun? How do you balance that?
Yeah, the big thing I tell them is there'll be some 25-point scorers here in Summer League that will not play in the NBA next year. There'll be some guys that average 5 or 6 that will. Take the stats out. The stats, it's more of a dead era. Now it's overall, every team has 2 stars. Can you defend multiple positions? Can you stay in front? Can you, off driving kicks, can your decision making is at a high enough level? And what is your asset? Are you a shooter? Are you a grinder? You got a scrap guy, little things, and that's what they have to find. So that's what I try to tell them overall is it's hard to listen to social media and your friends. They want you to average 20. That's not really it. We had 2 guys that get deals last year in our summer league that came off the bench. Braxton Keys played 3 games, had a game-winning dunk, and went to Denver. And so it's not about playing time. It's what you do in that playing time and to balance it and having fun. The fun should be winning. I mean, don't go to Vegas and go out. Listen, you guys got to get jobs to support. Now it's a business. You got to support families and kids and that. So for them is you can go back to Vegas.
Once you get to Vegas, what's the goal for this team?
I mean, the goal is always to win. I don't care, what the squad is. I mean, obviously last year we were more involved because we lost early. We had more time. We had vet camp, so the G League did the vet camp. So we're coming in a little bit later, but the goal should be to develop Omax to a rotational player, to find some hidden gems for the G League, and win as most games possible.
Is he over his injury, Omax?
Yes, he is over. He's healthy. He was out here urine and looking like Siakam out here today and, being aggressive, but he has calmed down a little bit. Still a ways away to go.
Jared, for a guy like AJ Lawson, what skill set are you kind of come to the forefront?
To be honest with you, it's not even really necessarily a skill set for AJ Lawson. It's, Kristen, how tough are you? AJ is someone who's kind of thin built. He's extremely athletic. Not a great shooter, a streaky shooter. The question is can you guard NBA guards? Can we put you in to guard Tatum and Holiday? Those are the ones you're looking for to find a roster on this spot. Are you now going to take the step up? Are you now in transition? Are you shooting wild shots? Or instead of shooting a wild, take your time, kick it back out? So not only with him, but with everyone, decision making, how tough you are, and then anytime you can hit a shot, especially when you're open, it adds to your value.
You mentioned not showing your age a little bit earlier. Have you seen the level of maturity evolve with the young guys over the years? You got guys like DJ Clark coming in with the foundation of giving back and everything. Have you seen that?
I mean, yes and no, because they come in so young too. I mean, I will say this, last year, maybe because of the COVID years, you were seeing rookies 23 and 24. That was unique before. But then you see guys coming in 19, 20. I had Book. I've had different guys. Giannis. When I was with J. Kidd in Milwaukee, I had 3 guys that were 19. And so I noticed it with the music. Sometimes I don't know any of the words that they're playing here, what they got going on here. And it's funny because my oldest daughter is 14. So I said, maybe in 2-3 years I catch back up. But I mean, what it is these kids, I will say this, especially in Summer League, no one works harder. They work harder than the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to go harder than that because they know, I mean, this is it. And for them, you can just respect that. And how much can I pour into them and help them to give them the best chance to succeed?
Yeah, this isn't your first time coaching the Summer League team. What does this experience do for you?
Oh, for one, it's humble and honoring for J. Kidd to be able to give me a responsibility. I asked for it. This is probably not my last year, but I'll pass it over next year. But I wanted to get the reps because, I'm an ex-player. I don't get the G League to be able to do 3 years as you see them hire these assistant coaches. So I come from my experience as a playing, vet camps, and now Summer League. So I get it with you guys of doing interviews. I get it with my practices. What am I doing different this year than last year? My substitution patterns. J. Kidd, can I try a 3-2 instead of a 2-3? Maybe you might want to implement it. So then you get to show your coaching creativity and more so. And J. Kidd, I give you suggestions. You pick what you want.
Jared, staying on coaching, obviously you had a bunch of people who were interested in bringing you in onto their coaching staff. What made you want to stay here in Dallas, and then kind of what have you learned from the coaching staff?
It's not the time. For one, I think it's unfinished business. And then for 2, you got to wait for the right opportunity. I'm not leaving Dallas. My family loves it here. It's hard, especially coming from LA and now Dallas. They're spoiled of good living. I'm not just going to up and leave any city, but it's got to be the right opportunity. And that right opportunity hasn't come yet for me to go. And I always tell people, I'm in no rush. It's not like I'm going anywhere for the money. I made a lot of money as a player. So my whole thing is I'd rather be a year or two behind and take the right job and stay here. I still learn under J Kidd. People, I don't know if you forgot, he's a Hall of Famer. The mind's incredible what he does. Nico's my guy from Nike from back in the day. And then Sweeney, as you was almost coach for the Pistons, he's like a Tom Thibodeau Jr. I get to learn from that. So an extra year is only going to help me prepare. So when those jobs, by that time, J Kidd and them going to want me to leave. Yeah.
Jared, the season ended about 3 weeks ago. Looking back, how much fun was that? Because nobody expected to get there.
I mean, yeah. And I'm honest with you, to be honest with you, I thought we were a little ahead of the curve. The goal is that, but overall, anytime you have Kyrie and Luka, championship is the ultimate goal. I mean, you look back on it being fun when you beat the Clippers and you beat OKC, but I can't tell you, we were so locked in as a staff and as then when we had it. We just played a Boston team at that time. It was a little bit better than us. You can see how their personnel was. You can see the steps that Luka now has to take to be able to get to it. Kyrie, unfinished business. Lively, so raw. Yeah. I mean, I expect huge things from Lively. That's the one piece that we have. Like, hey, how much better can he get? Luka, 10%. Kyrie, he is what he is at right now. It's Lively, the mold to be able to have it. PJ and Gafford, the training staff, and so I expect not only for us to try to compete for a championship, the goal is to win, but we'll be such a better team. I don't know how the wins and losses will be, but we'll be better prepared.
But you add Klay Thompson to the mix. I mean, he once scored 60 points on just 11 dribbles. So what does that add?
What Klay Thompson means, PJ Washington is going to be getting the most open threes in the NBA next year because you're not leaving Kai, you're not leaving Klay. Klay's going to have to get used to more of a with Luka on the ISO situation, finding the spots. And as a staff, I don't want to speak for us, but overall is when you have a new toy, you're going to want to use it. We're going to try. Our offense will look a little bit different than last year, but Klay's a Hall of Famer. It shows you this organization where we've come, where he's choosing, and if the reports are true, you never know, turning down money of a big market like LA to come here. Dallas hasn't gotten that in a very long time, and you see what Nico and that front office and J Kidd, this is now a players type organization that people want to go to. And to be honest with you, I've played for a lot of places. Man, Dallas is a top 5 NBA city. Right. Players love it here, and it's a little humid in the summertime, but they're never here.
Right.
Yeah.
Not as humid as Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah. Last fun one for you. You mentioned not knowing the music. Do you ever take the aux and put them onto some music, some of the classics?
That is a great question. So we sometimes I do a little West Coast Wednesdays, and I do that. They know Pac, but they don't know a lot of these different other ones. But I might do that. I might bring that. It's a good suggestion. But overall, I try to hype them, get going. So if I put my music and they're not feeling it, then I'm trying to get them the energy to have a better practice. Appreciate you guys.